Welcome to our channel, Legends of Black Excellence. In today's video, we continue our powerful journey through the stories of remarkable black celebrities whose lives were tragically cut short. Their music, talent, and impact live on, but their untimely deaths left an indelible mark on the world. Join us as we explore the lives and legacies of these incredible figures in Black Celebrities Who Were Murdered, Part 2. Get ready for a deep dive into their unforgettable contributions and the tragic events that forever changed their paths. Sam Cooke. Few voices have captivated the world like Sam Cooke's. Known as the King of Soul, Cooke's smooth, rich voice and poignant lyrics created a legacy that still resonates across generations. His hits like A Change Is Gonna Come and You Send Me became anthems for change, love, and perseverance. Cooke was more than just a singer. He was a storyteller who wove his own personal struggles and triumphs into every note. His rise to prominence was not just in the music world but in society as a whole, using his fame to advocate for civil rights and social justice. His songs were a voice for the voiceless and a beacon of hope for many. However, his bright future was tragically cut short. On a cold night in December 1964, Sam Cooke's life was abruptly ended in what was officially labeled a self-defense shooting by a motel manager in Los Angeles. The circumstances surrounding his death have always been clouded with mystery, leaving unanswered questions that only deepened the intrigue surrounding his demise. Some have speculated foul play, while others believe it was a carefully orchestrated trap. The truth remains elusive, much like the soul-stirring melodies he left behind. Sam Cooke's untimely death wasn't just a loss for the music industry, it was a devastating blow to a community that saw him as a symbol of progress. His voice, full of passion and potential, was silenced too soon. His tragic end continues to echo in the hearts of fans and historians alike, reminding us of the profound impact of a talent that was extinguished in its prime. Malcolm X. In the fierce battleground of the civil rights movement, few figures shone as brightly as Malcolm X. Renowned for his fiery speeches and unwavering commitment to justice, Malcolm was not merely a leader, he was a force of nature. His journey, from a troubled youth to a staunch advocate for the empowerment of black people, is nothing short of legendary. His words didn't just echo in halls, they shook the very foundations of injustice, demanding equality with an uncompromising, courageous voice. He spoke truth to power in a way that commanded attention, inspiring countless individuals to fight for their rights and dignity. However, Malcolm X's remarkable life was tragically cut short on February 21, 1965, when he was assassinated in a hail of bullets at the Audubon Ballroom in Harlem. As he was preparing to address the crowd, gunmen stormed the stage and opened fire. Chaos erupted in the room, and Malcolm, once a symbol of hope and defiance, lay lifeless. He became a martyr for a cause that was far from complete, leaving a void that would never truly be filled. The assassination sent shockwaves through the nation, marking the end of a pivotal chapter in the struggle for civil rights. Despite the profound loss, Malcolm's legacy endures. His bold, unyielding words continue to inspire generations, fueling movements for justice and equality around the world. He was more than a man, he was a movement, and his death, though devastating, only solidified the importance of his message. Malcolm X remains a powerful symbol of resistance, and his contributions to the fight for civil rights are timeless. Alberta Odell Jones. Courage often remains silent, but in the case of Alberta Odell Jones, it resounded through every step she took. As one of the first African-American female attorneys in Louisville, Alberta shattered barriers at a time when doors were slammed shut on people like her. Her sharp intellect and relentless commitment to justice made her a beacon of hope in her community. Beyond her legal work, Alberta was deeply involved in the civil rights movement, tirelessly advocating for voter registration among African Americans and fighting to dismantle systemic racism. However, Alberta's bravery came at a tragic cost. In August 1965, her lifeless body was discovered in the Ohio River, with her death ruled a homicide. Details surrounding her murder remain shrouded in mystery, with little progress made in solving the case. For many, her death felt like a harsh punishment for daring to dream of a better world. Alberta Odell Jones' loss was not only a devastating blow to her family but also a painful reminder of the dangers faced by those who challenged the status quo. Though her life was tragically short, her legacy endures. Alberta's story is one of resilience and courage, a testament to a woman who refused to be silenced, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. Her commitment to justice, equality, and the empowerment of African Americans remains an inspiration to generations. Alberta's life and death embody the price many have paid for progress, and her memory continues to fuel the ongoing fight for civil rights. Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton was more than just a man, he was the embodiment of a revolution. As the charismatic leader of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party, Fred's words and actions ignited hope in a community fighting against systemic oppression. At only 21 years old, he was already a powerful voice advocating for unity and empowerment, organizing free breakfast programs and medical clinics for underprivileged neighborhoods. His dream was a world where equality was not just an ideal, but a living reality. But Fred's vision was seen as a threat by those in power. In the early hours of December 4, 1969, tragedy struck as a police raid targeted his apartment in Chicago. Fred was brutally murdered while sleeping, with his death later revealed to be part of a calculated effort to dismantle the Black Panther Party. The raid was not only violent but coldly calculated, leaving behind a shattered community and widespread outrage. Fred Hampton's death remains one of the darkest chapters in the history of the civil rights movement. Yet, his legacy endures. Fred's impact continues to live on in the countless lives he touched and the ongoing struggle for justice that he inspired. His life may have been tragically short, but his influence is timeless. Fred Hampton's fight for equality and empowerment sparked a flame that has not been extinguished, reminding us all of the cost of challenging the status quo and the power of standing up for what is right. Sammy Young Jr. Sammy Young Jr. was a college student with a fierce passion for justice and an unyielding heart full of courage. As a young civil rights activist, he envisioned a world where racism was a relic of the past, not an ongoing reality. Sammy became deeply involved in the movement, marching, protesting, and putting his life on the line for the cause of equality. His determination to fight for what was right stood as a testament to the unwavering spirit of youth. But Sammy's brave fight for justice came to a tragic end on January 3, 1966, at a small gas station in Tuskegee, Alabama. A confrontation over the use of a segregated restroom escalated into violence, and Sammy was shot dead. His death was a stark reminder of the daily dangers faced by those who dared to stand up to the systemic injustice of the Jim Crow South. Although his life was tragically short, Sammy's sacrifice became a rallying cry for the civil rights movement. His name is etched into history as a symbol of youthful defiance and an unrelenting demand for equality. Sammy Young Jr.'s life and legacy continue to inspire generations to stand firm in the face of adversity, never backing down from the fight for justice and freedom. Clarence Triggs. Clarence Triggs may not be a household name, but his courage resonates more profoundly than any fame could. As a bricklayer and civil rights activist, he quietly yet steadfastly fought for equality in Bogalusa, Louisiana. Not one for seeking attention, Clarence became a hero to those who knew him through his unwavering commitment to challenging racism and discrimination. His work was part of a broader struggle to secure fundamental human rights for African Americans, a mission that often placed him in peril. In the summer of 1966, Clarence's life was tragically and violently cut short. After attending a civil rights meeting, his body was found on a deserted road. He had been murdered, a senseless act intended to quash his efforts and instill fear in those who dared to fight for justice. His death stands as a stark and painful reminder of the dangers faced by those who sought equality in the Deep South. The story of Clarence Triggs remains one of the haunting chapters in the history of the civil rights movement. Though he did not live to witness the fruits of his labor, his courage and sacrifice shine as a quiet yet powerful example of the strength needed to demand change in a world that resisted it. Clarence's legacy is not marked by accolades or recognition, but by the indomitable spirit that drove him to take a stand against injustice, no matter the cost. Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson's name is whispered with reverence among music lovers, often hailed as the father of blues. His haunting melodies and emotionally charged voice have inspired countless generations of musicians, from rock legends to jazz masters. Songs like Crossroad Blues and Love in Vain continue to echo through time, transcending the boundaries of music and reaching into the very soul of listeners. But Johnson's story is not only about music, it is shrouded in mystery. The most famous legend surrounding him claims he sold his soul to the devil at a crossroads in exchange for unparalleled musical talent. Sadly, Johnson's life was cut short in 1938 under strange and suspicious circumstances. While performing in the Mississippi Delta, he suddenly fell ill after drinking from a bottle of poisoned whiskey, or so the rumors say. Whether the act was driven by jealousy, malice, or something more sinister remains unclear. His death at the age of 27 cemented his place as one of the earliest members of the infamous 27 Club. Johnson's life, much like his music, was enigmatic. His brief career left an indelible mark on the world, proving that even in tragedy, his legacy transcended the darkness of his final days. The mystery surrounding his death only added to his legend, solidifying his place as one of the most influential figures in the history of blues and popular music. In the end, Robert Johnson's music and his untimely death remain as haunting and captivating as the songs he crafted, ensuring that his impact will never be forgotten. Paul Williams. Paul Williams was a name synonymous with soul and harmony at the peak of Motown's golden era. As a founding member of the Temptations, his smooth dance moves and emotive vocals helped shape timeless hits like My Girl and Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Paul was more than just a performer, he was a complete artist, pouring his heart into every note and every step. His voice became the soundtrack of a generation, and his talent was nothing short of captivating. However, behind the scenes, Paul struggled with inner demons. In the summer of 1973, he was found unresponsive in a Detroit alley. The official reports deemed his death to be self-inflicted, but lingering questions remained. Family and friends suspected foul play, and the mystery surrounding his final moments has only deepened over time. Paul's life was tragically cut short, leaving behind a musical legacy that continues to touch hearts decades later. His untimely death contrasted starkly with the joy his music brought to millions. Though his time on this earth was brief, the impact of his artistry remains an indelible part of Motown's legacy, reminding us of the joy and heartbreak that often coexist within the soul of a true artist. Peter Tosh. When it comes to reggae, Peter Tosh was not just a musician, he was a revolutionary. As a founding member of the Wailers alongside Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer, his fiery lyrics and powerful performances made him a living legend. Songs like Legalize It and Equal Rights were not just music, they were anthems of resistance, calling for change and justice. Peter's music carried a rebellious spirit, and his words resonated deeply with those yearning for freedom and equality. His boldness extended far beyond the stage, often provoking criticism from those who did not appreciate his unflinching honesty. In September 1987, tragedy struck when intruders broke into Peter's home in Jamaica. In a horrific turn of events, Peter was murdered during the home invasion. This event shocked the reggae world and left fans mourning the loss of a voice that dared to speak truth to power. While his life was cut short in violence, Peter Tosh's music remains a powerful reminder of his relentless fight for justice. His legacy endures through his rhythms and messages, inspiring generations across the globe. Peter's life may have ended in brutality, but his message continues to echo in the hearts of those who stand for freedom and equality. Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye's voice had the power to heal and ignite revolutions in equal measure. With his smooth tones and profound emotional depth, Marvin gifted the world unforgettable hits like What's Going On and Sexual Healing. His music was not merely entertainment, it was a soulful exploration of love, pain, and the human condition. As both a singer and a producer, Marvin's genius shaped the sound of Motown, earning him a place as one of the most influential artists of his time. But behind the brilliance lay a tumultuous life. In 1984, the extraordinary talent of Marvin was tragically cut short in the most heartbreaking of circumstances. During a heated argument with his father, Marvin was fatally shot in his own home. This shocking event left fans and fellow artists devastated, mourning not just the loss of a musical icon, but also the loss of a deeply sensitive and soulful individual. Marvin's untimely death created an irreplaceable void in the music world. However, his songs remain eternal, carrying his passion and pain to new listeners year after year. His legacy lives on, not just through his chart-topping hits, but in the profound emotional connection he fostered with his audience, speaking to the struggles of the soul and the heart. Randy Walker, Stretch. Randy Walker, known by his stage name Stretch, made an indelible mark on the hip-hop world in the 1990s. As both a talented rapper and a close collaborator of Tupac Shakur, Stretch was not only known for his lyrical skills but for his undeniable presence in the hip-hop scene. His voice resonated in some of the era's most iconic tracks, adding a unique flow and energy that elevated every song he touched. Outside of his solo work, Stretch was a key member of the group Live Squad, a duo that brought a fresh, sharp sound to the East Coast rap scene. His bond with Tupac was more than just professional. They were brothers navigating the turbulent world of rap together. However, as tensions in the industry grew and personal conflicts flared, their friendship began to strain. Tragically, Stretch's life was cut short in 1995 when he was shot and killed in Queens, New York. The circumstances surrounding his death, which came only a year after the infamous shooting of Tupac in a recording studio, led many to question if the two events were connected. Although his life was taken far too soon, Stretch's influence on hip-hop remains undeniable. His contributions to the genre continue to inspire artists, serving as a painful reminder of a talent stolen too early. The legacy of Stretch lives on, not just in the music he left behind but in the lasting impact he made on the culture of hip-hop. Lamont Coleman, Big L. Lamont Coleman, known to the world as Big L, was a lyrical prodigy whose contributions to hip-hop remain legendary. Hailing from Harlem, New York, Big L was known for his unparalleled wordplay, with a sharp wit and intricate rhymes that set him apart from his peers. His debut album, Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, was a powerful showcase of his storytelling abilities, painting vivid pictures of life in the streets. Big L wasn't just a rapper, he was the voice of the underrepresented, capturing the struggles and dreams of his community in every bar. His rise to prominence was tragically cut short in 1999, when Big L was shot and killed in Harlem. The untimely death of such a promising talent sent shockwaves through the hip-hop world, leaving fans and fellow artists to mourn what could have been. Despite the cruel and premature end to his life, Big L's legacy endures through his music. Songs like Put It On and Ebonics are hailed as classics, celebrated for their clever wordplay and raw emotional depth. Big L's influence on the genre remains immense, and his tragic death serves as a reminder of the talent the world lost too soon. Jason Mizell, Jam Master Jay. Jason Mizell, better known as Jam Master Jay, was the heartbeat of the legendary hip-hop group Run DMC. As the group's DJ, he was the driving force behind the beats that made crowds move and kept the party alive. Run DMC wasn't just a musical group, they were trailblazers, merging hip-hop with rock and bringing the genre to mainstream audiences. Jam Master Jay's mastery on the turntables was integral to their groundbreaking sound, making tracks like Walk This Way and It's Tricky unforgettable. But Jam Master Jay's impact didn't end with music. He was dedicated to nurturing young talent, opening a recording studio in Queens, New York, where he helped emerging artists carve out their place in the music industry. His generosity and passion for music earned him the respect and admiration of his peers, making him a beloved figure in the hip-hop community. Tragically, in 2002, his life was cut short when he was fatally shot in the very studio where he had worked tirelessly to uplift others. The shocking loss sent waves of grief through the music world, leaving a void that could never be filled. Jam Master Jay's contributions to hip-hop are immeasurable, and his rhythm, energy, and spirit continue to inspire artists and fans alike. His legacy proves that while his life was tragically shortened, his influence will remain eternal. James Tapp Jr., Soulja Slim. James Tapp Jr., better known by his stage name Soulja Slim, was a powerful force in the southern rap scene. Hailing from New Orleans, Soulja Slim became notorious for his raw and unfiltered lyrics, often reflecting the harsh realities of his upbringing. His music wasn't just catchy, it was a vivid portrayal of the struggles and resilience of street life. One of his greatest achievements came in 2004 when the song Slow Motion, co-written by him, made it onto the Billboard Hot 100, cementing his place in mainstream rap. However, Soulja Slim's life was far from easy. Despite his success, he faced numerous challenges, including legal troubles and battles with his inner demons. Tragically, just as his career was reaching new heights, Soulja Slim was murdered outside his mother's house in New Orleans in 2003. His untimely and violent death was a heartbreaking loss to the music world, cutting short a career that had so much more to offer. Soulja Slim's music continues to serve as a powerful reflection of his life and the struggles of his community. His songs, full of raw emotion and honesty, resonate with fans to this day, ensuring that his voice and legacy will never be forgotten. Deshaun Holton, Proof. Deshaun Holton, better known as Proof, was a cornerstone of Detroit's hip-hop scene. As a key member of D12 and a close friend to Eminem, Proof played a pivotal role in bringing the gritty, raw sound of Detroit rap to the global stage. His magnetic personality and skillful rapping made him a standout performer, and his contributions to hits like Fight Music and Purple Pills highlighted his immense talent and creativity. Proof's influence extended beyond his music. He was dedicated to his community, often mentoring up-and-coming artists and helping to foster the next generation of talent in Detroit. His impact on the local hip-hop scene cannot be overstated, and his willingness to share his knowledge with others endeared him to many. Sadly, Proof's life was tragically cut short in 2006 when he was fatally shot during an altercation at a nightclub in Detroit. His death sent shockwaves through the music world, leaving fans and friends alike struggling to process the loss of such a vibrant and beloved figure. Proof's sudden passing was a devastating blow to the hip-hop community, and his absence left a void that could never be filled. Despite his untimely death, Proof's legacy continues to live on. His passion for music and dedication to the craft have inspired countless artists, and his contributions to the genre will never be forgotten. Proof's influence on hip-hop remains a testament to his talent, his character, and the lasting impact he had on those around him. Roderick Anthony Burton II, Dollar. Anthony Burton II, known by his stage name Dollar, was an emerging force in the music world, brimming with ambition and raw talent. Hailing from Atlanta, a city renowned for producing hip-hop legends, Dollar was determined to carve his own path rather than follow in the footsteps of others. His breakout single, Who the F*** is that, wasn't just a question, it was a bold declaration. The track wasn't only catchy, it was the kind of song that made you stop and wonder, who is this guy? Dollar had an undeniable presence, with a smooth voice and a storytelling ability that captured attention. His energy was magnetic, pulling fans toward him and allowing him to stand out even in the competitive world of hip-hop. Behind the scenes, he worked tirelessly, collaborating with top artists and making a name for himself as a rising star. He wasn't just aiming for chart success, he wanted to tell stories that resonated with people. However, tragedy struck in 2009, when Dollar's life was tragically cut short outside a busy shopping mall in Los Angeles. His death was a senseless act of violence, and it shocked his fans and the entire music industry. The loss of such a young artist, with so much potential still untapped, left a void in the music world that could never be filled. Today, when people listen to Dollar's music, they hear more than just beats and rhymes. They hear the voice of a young man filled with dreams and determination. His songs serve as a bittersweet reminder of the light he brought to the world, even though his time here was heartbreakingly short. Monte Talbert, M-Bone. Monte Talbert, better known by his stage name M-Bone, was a vibrant force in the world of hip-hop, known for bringing energy to any room he entered. As a member of the group Cali Swag District, M-Bone wasn't just another face in the crowd. He was the one who made the party come alive. The group's breakout hit, Teach Me How to Dougie, was more than just a song, it became a cultural movement. Whether it was at weddings, school dances, or casual hangouts with friends, the Dougie dance was the thing everyone wanted to do, and M-Bone was at the heart of it all. His infectious energy turned every performance into a celebration, captivating audiences everywhere he went. But beyond his musical talents and dance moves, M-Bone was also known for his kind spirit and ability to connect with those around him. His generosity and love for people made him more than just a performer, he was a friend and a positive influence on his community. Tragically, in 2011, M-Bone's life was cut short in a shocking incident in Inglewood, California. The news of his death sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, leaving fans and loved ones grappling with the sudden loss of someone who had brought so much joy to the world. Though M-Bone's time in the spotlight was brief, his legacy continues to live on. Whenever someone does the Dougie, they are not only dancing, they're keeping his memory alive. His contributions to music and culture will never be forgotten, serving as a reminder of the joy and positivity he spread during his short time with us. Melvin Vernell III, Lil Fat. Melvin Vernell III, known to the world as Lil Fat, was a voice straight from the streets. Hailing from Baton Rouge, Lil Fat was not just a rapper, he was a storyteller, weaving raw and gritty narratives into every verse. His collaborations with Southern rap legends elevated him to a rising star, with songs like Independent featuring Webby becoming an anthem for strength and individuality. Lil Fat's lyrics were an authentic reflection of his own life, full of highs and lows, dreams, and struggles. He was on the brink of something extraordinary, with his career starting to soar. But in 2012, tragedy struck. While waiting outside a hospital in Atlanta, Lil Fat was targeted in a shocking act of violence that took his life too soon. His sudden and brutal death left fans devastated and loved ones in disbelief. The loss of such a promising artist sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, robbing the world of a voice that was just beginning to make an impact. Although Lil Fat is no longer here, his music lives on, continuing to speak volumes. His songs remain a powerful reminder of the talent he possessed and the potential that was taken too soon. Through his verses, his spirit endures, connecting with both his old and new fans, leaving an everlasting legacy in the world of hip-hop. Glenn Thomas, Doe B. Glenn Thomas, known to the world as Doe B, had a voice and style that demanded attention. Hailing from Montgomery, Alabama, his music carried the stories of his hometown, weaving raw, authentic experiences into every verse. Tracks like Let Me Find Out showcased his ability to blend intelligence with honesty, making his music resonate with fans from all walks of life. Collaborating with top industry names, Doe B quickly became a formidable force in the rap game. What made Doe B stand out was not just his talent, but his resilience. He had survived a shooting incident earlier in his life that left him with a blind eye, symbolizing his ability to rise above adversity. Just when his career was reaching its peak, tragedy struck. In 2013, he was tragically killed in a shooting at a nightclub in his hometown. His life was abruptly cut short, leaving a hole not only in the hearts of his family and friends but also within a community that had watched him rise from the streets. Although his journey was taken too soon, Doe B's music continues to inspire. His tracks, full of passion and toughness, remind listeners of the artist who was taken away too early but left behind a legacy that refuses to be forgotten. His story serves as a testament to the untapped potential that was lost, yet his music lives on, speaking to those who continue to connect with his powerful voice. Yace Dwayne Onfroy, XXXTentacion. Yace Dwayne Onfroy, better known as XXXTentacion, was an artist who defied all conventional definitions. Whether you loved him or found him controversial, his undeniable talent captivated the world. His music wasn't just a collection of songs, it was an emotional journey. Tracks like Sad and Moonlight explored themes of pain, love, and redemption, touching the hearts of millions who found solace in his vulnerability. XXXTentacion wasn't just a rapper, he was a phenomenon. What set him apart was his ability to seamlessly blend different genres and emotions into his music, making him stand out in an industry that often feels repetitive. Yet, his life was anything but easy. Despite his success, XXXTentacion faced personal struggles and controversies, which only added complexity to his story. In 2018, on what seemed like a regular day, his life was tragically cut short in a violent robbery at a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida. His death resonated not just with his fans but also with an entire generation who saw him as the voice for their own struggles. Even though he is no longer with us, XXXTentacion's music continues to dominate playlists and charts. His songs, filled with raw emotion and introspection, ensure his legacy endures. While his journey was abruptly ended, his art still inspires and connects with fans worldwide, keeping his spirit alive in every beat and lyric. The impact of his music transcends time, reminding us of the talent lost too soon but whose voice will never fade. Ermias Joseph Askedom, Nipsey Hussle. Ermias Joseph Askedom, known to the world as Nipsey Hussle, was a visionary who transcended the world of music. Raised on the tough streets of Los Angeles, Nipsey used his music not only as a means of storytelling but also as a source of inspiration for others. Songs like Victory Lap weren't just hits, they were a declaration of triumph over adversity. His style was raw, his voice unwavering, and his lyrics resonated with people from all walks of life. However, Nipsey's impact extended far beyond music. He was deeply committed to uplifting his community, particularly in South Los Angeles. He opened businesses, created opportunities for the youth, and initiated programs to combat gang violence. His store, the Marathon Clothing, wasn't just a retail space, it symbolized hope, progress, and the power of perseverance. But tragically, in 2019, Nipsey's life was violently taken from him just outside that very store. His death shocked not only his fans but the world, leaving an irreplaceable void. Nipsey's legacy continues to grow through his music and the lives he touched. He left behind not just a catalog of songs, but a roadmap for building and giving back. His life may have been cut short, but his message of empowerment and resilience will remain timeless. Nipsey Hussle may no longer walk among us, but his spirit lives on in every beat of his music and in the ongoing impact of his work in the community. Bashar Baraka Jackson, Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke, a name that quickly became synonymous with the powerful sound of Brooklyn drill music, was a force to be reckoned with. His deep, gravelly voice and explosive beats brought a new energy to the music scene, making him one of the most influential figures in modern hip-hop. Tracks like Dior and Welcome to the Party weren't just songs, they were anthems that commanded attention, making you move, think, and feel all at once. Pop Smoke's rise to fame was rapid, his presence undeniable, and his influence stretched far beyond the streets of Brooklyn. At just 20 years old, Pop Smoke was already working with some of the biggest names in the industry and cementing his place as a global superstar. He wasn't merely a rapper, he was a trendsetter, infusing his unique energy into every performance and making his mark on the music world. However, just as he was on the brink of even greater success, tragedy struck. In 2020, during what seemed like a typical evening in Hollywood Hills, Pop Smoke's life was tragically cut short in a home invasion. The news of his death sent shockwaves through the music industry, leaving fans heartbroken over the loss of an artist who was just beginning to fulfill his incredible potential. Despite his brief time in the spotlight, Pop Smoke's music continues to dominate charts and playlists worldwide. His unmistakable voice and signature style will forever be remembered, a constant reminder of the talent and magnetic presence he brought to the world. The legacy of Pop Smoke is one of immense promise cut tragically short, yet his influence lives on through the tracks he left behind, inspiring a new generation of artists and fans alike. Lawrence Franks Jr., Huey. Lawrence Franks Jr., known to the world as Huey, made an indelible mark on the music scene of the early 2000s. His breakout hit, Pop, Lock and Drop It, was not just a song, it became a cultural moment. You couldn't walk into a club or turn on the radio without hearing that infectious beat and catchy hook. Huey's music had a special ability to bring people together, whether on the dance floor or in everyday life. He wasn't just about rhythm, he had a drive for success and a deep passion for his craft. Hailing from Kinloch, Missouri, he carried the pride of his hometown with him, using his platform to highlight where he came from. But tragically, in 2020, Huey's life was cut short in a senseless act of violence. His untimely death shocked both his fans and loved ones, leaving an irreplaceable void in the world of music. To lose someone so vibrant and full of energy was heartbreaking for those who knew and admired him. Although Huey's life ended far too soon, his music continues to resonate, serving as a reminder of the joy he brought to the world. Every time Pop, Lock and Drop It plays, it's impossible not to feel his energy and charisma through the speakers. The lasting impact of Huey's work remains, reminding us of the unique sound and spirit he brought to the hip-hop world. Davon Daquan Bennett, King Von. King Von's storytelling ability set him apart in the world of rap. Hailing from Chicago, Von used his lyrics to paint vivid pictures of his life's experiences, making listeners feel as though they were right there with him. Tracks like Crazy Story demonstrated his remarkable skill in weaving intricate narratives, earning him a loyal fanbase and respect within the rap community. Von's rise to fame was fueled by his raw authenticity and deep commitment to his craft. He wasn't just rapping, he was sharing his struggles and triumphs, offering a window into his soul with every bar he spat. His music resonated with listeners because it was more than entertainment, it was a reflection of his reality. However, in 2020, Von's journey came to a tragic and untimely end in a violent altercation in Atlanta. His death shocked the world, especially his fans and the hip-hop community, who had seen him as an emerging star with a bright future ahead. The loss was felt deeply, as Vaughn's music had a unique way of connecting with people from all walks of life. Even though his life was cut short, his music continues to tell his story. His songs remain a window into his world, keeping his voice and message alive in the hearts of his fans. King Vaughn's impact on the industry and his influence on the culture are undeniable, with his legacy still echoing through his music and the stories he shared with the world. Adolph Robert Thornton Jr., Young Dolph. Adolph Thornton Jr., known to the world as Young Dolph, embodied the spirit of independence and perseverance. Growing up in Memphis, Tennessee, Dolph didn't wait for opportunities to come to him, he created them himself. His mixtapes, including the iconic Rich Slave, were more than just a collection of songs, they were powerful statements of ambition and resilience. Dolph's music blended toughness with flair, reflecting his journey from humble beginnings to becoming a self-made success. But his influence wasn't limited to music alone. Young Dolph was deeply committed to his community, using his platform to inspire and uplift others, whether through charitable work or mentoring young artists. He made it clear that his success wasn't just for personal gain. Tragically, in 2021, Young Dolph's life was taken from him while he was visiting a local cookie shop in Memphis, a place he frequented to support small businesses. His sudden and violent death shocked his fans and the community, leaving a deep void in the world he had impacted so much. Young Dolph was more than a rapper, he was a symbol of perseverance, generosity, and loyalty to his roots. His legacy lives on not only in his music but in the countless lives he touched. His story of grit and selflessness continues to inspire, proving that his influence goes far beyond the beats and bars he left behind. As we reflect on the incredible lives of these black celebrities, it's clear that their legacies will continue to inspire for generations to come. While their lives were tragically cut short, their contributions to music, culture, and society have left an undeniable mark. What do you think their lasting impact is on the world today? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, Legends of Black Excellence. Your support helps us continue bringing you stories of resilience, talent, and greatness. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we look forward to sharing more legends with you soon.